Chapter 7. From the High to Bologna. At the end of 1245, John Naples picked up St. Point Thomas to go to Naples. A few days later, St. Point Thomas walked to Bologna, a city that is famous for its law school, but really took interest in the study of theology and the Bible. Dominicans have articles that are very important and in general studies. From Bologna to Paris, Santo Thomas is on his way to Paris in the summer of 1247. This is where his dream comes true. Towards 30 years on Sunday, Guzman sent his first painting and preaching companions to the university. And the meaning of Paris. Going to Paris means starting with a scientific and doctrinal formation and antithesis of the old monastic tradition. The people who make up in the universities of Naples, Paris, Cologne, Bologna, Salamanca, Palencia, and Oxford are very different from those in the monastic pews. In Paris, the Goliarda tradition is preserved. The University of General Studies, and which these schools are spontaneously grouped, is one of the bodies of the new city. The significance of the Dominicans in Paris, the presence of church in Naples or in Bologna or in Paris has the same sense of the physical existence of the Dominican convents in the city, obeys all this to an institution logic. Schools and study are the center of awareness and promotion of cities. Center of study of new generation led to the intellectual life and to the organization of teaching the same aspiration that in the social life and in the organization of the city embody the grants and the communists.
My name is Cristian Ramirez. This is the chapter 17 for the history of Santo Thomas. Thomas was a student in Naples, Bologna, and Paris. But what was the method used by his teacher and the cathedral? And what is the teaching methodology in the medieval university? Knowing a little about it, we will realize Thomas was the typical university man. Teacher and students, science, he was 14 years old at Naples University until his death. His method was the lessons, the question and the dispute. The first two were used in Harvard University, while the dispute was only used at the University of France, but the free dispute was not be used until Thomas de Aquino became a professor. The lessons. Medieval pedagogy begins with the basis of the reading text and scholastics. The lessons of his type was the transmission of the knowledge already acquired by others. The historical reasons for this pedagogic model is that in the century are discovered and translate a science words, which contains superior science. The teaching text was common in the faculties. The selection texts were the works that were authority in their respective subjects. Teaching means reading, but reading is a technical science because, as it is obvious, how university students knew how to read before entering university. No, finish. Dejo. Read is the text. His course was called a lesson, and the teacher was called a reader. The aspirants to a university degree of the teacher has to have read during several years. For example, in the Faculty of Theology, they had to have read parts of the Bible for 2 years. The lessons is divided in 3 parts. The first part is called the letter, which is the simple explication of the words and the parts and the phrases according to the objective of its immediate chaining. The sense, which is the analysis of the letter or translation to clear and more understood message to the passage read. The sentence, which is the deeper thought and the intelligent penetration of the text beyond in the general understanding. Word in which the read simple made small notes talking advance of the blank space that exists in the textbooks. These annotations were called glosses. These must be internal and marginal according to how the exhibition of the or extends comments are developed. Natural, the reading of the text. A dark word appears, a difficult thought, an imprecise expression, the clash of 2 divergent interpretations, the opposition of 2 opposing authorities in the solution of the same problems. That text become a questions. In the text, the questions arise in which the rational instruments of logic and dialectics come into play. This is answered by Sick and Non by Abelardo. The dialectic method as situation This is answered Sick and Non by Abelardo. The dialectic method as situational that demands reference of the current instrument to 3. This is answered by Sick and Non by Abelardo. The dialectic method situation that demands refinement of the current instruments to treat in insert and bias in self the doctrines proposed by the text. We at the same time creative totally new problems. But now everything will be questions not only the dark passage, the contradiction between the authorities, the new problems that have arisen in order to obtain a deeper intelligence of the truth. Even those admit be all of them they questions everything in their agot. Most parents be by unread. The reflective man does no possible accepts that doctrines that are proposed to him that he read no not observes why indifference of superficiality is not that he clearly analyzed the doctrines. Bye bye.
Hello, the ordinary dispute. It consists of the debate between student and teacher where their knowledge, criteria and point of view were made new. Thomas de Aquino was master of regents of the Dominics, where I had a famous incident with Juan Pigman Sainz. We was the regents, master of the Franciscans. The third month of the intellectual was held where a specific topic was hid and every John Shaw knew about it. The free dispute is constant. This dispute at a more interesting front of the same gender and style. A very original type of dispute is born and the dispute remind of topics. Dispute were made of on topics of daily, public or private life or issue of heterogeneity of the problems. They are celebrated into sections in the proximity of Christmas and the resurrection. The pedagogy of scholastics of the 13th century in with vigor driven by astute spirits, demanding spirit. Thank you. From datation.